Hey everyone, welcome to another video from Melbourne Gardener. Today is a very exciting day. I am 99.5% complete on my new coop and I really wanted to give you a tour. And some things that I will point out, and hopefully if you embark on this project, you can learn from as well. So why don't we kick it off? So the first thing is my old coop. Where did I buy it? Online. How much was it? I would say $200 something, and I had to go and pick it up from some warehouse. It came flat pack. I had to assemble it. It took half an afternoon to set up. Is it sturdy? Not really. Is it a little shaky and flimsy? Absolutely. Yeah, it's not the most rigid of things. Does it work? Yes, it does. It was a 3 meter coop, but really inside they had two little roosts, and I actually added wood on these because they would flip flop around, and my chickens didn't like it. So despite the run being 3 meters, the coop really could fit maybe 2 or 3 max. I started off with 3, so that was fine, and then I had 6 because that was my limit. So did I reuse some of my old coop? Absolutely, and I'll show you what I did. So first things first, I've already told you about the dimensions in my previous video. If you haven't watched it, I'll post the link underneath. Or you can subscribe to my channel and find the video. I think it's called building a coop for under $100, and I've explained all the methods in there. So I probably won't try and repeat myself. So what have I done? I've built this separate coop and I've attached it to the run. Not fully, obviously. You can see the gaps, but I've tried to do as much as I can. Now, really, the only reason why I'm attaching it is so that there's some safety in here and my automatic door can close. Foxes and stuff won't get in and eat my chickens. I have attached the old laying boxes from that coop to here. They're not really sturdy, like really, but I don't think they need to be. They work, and so I've used it. I attached my own mini corrugated roofing on here because the wood that was on top was just poor wood, and it was leaking, and it was expanding, contracting, and all these kind of things. So putting this really just keeps the water out, and you really want to keep the water out. You don't want moisture. It breeds bad bugs and everything. I've put strong kind of Gorilla Tape across these flexing points so that when I open and close, it sticks there, but also when it rains and the water drips, it won't drip in. Yeah, I find, look, it's an easy fix. You could go with something more permanent, but really, this tape is so strong. It's called Gorilla Tape. I bought it off Amazon, and it works. So here's my laying boxes. I use all kind of pine shavings, and let me show you what I've done here. Yes, a makeshift little latch, and that's okay, does the job. I have put 2 roosting bars, and they are different sizes and slightly different heights. Last night was the first night that they used this coop. They struggled a little bit, but not too bad. I had to come and put them on the roosting bar a few times and I had to shut off. Yeah, I had to absolutely kind of shut off these access to these nesting boxes because they really wanted to get in there. It's a habit that I really need to try and get them to break. So hopefully these bars will allow them to jump up and yeah, just kind of rest there and sleep there. Last night, what I also found was potentially this was way too high for them. Look, it's only about I don't know, 30 to 40 centimeters up from the bottom. So that's why I've kind of added a piece of wood in there. Hopefully they can jump up and fly up. To be honest, it's not that that high, but because they come in quite late, it is quite dark in here. So I think their poor vision means that they really don't want to yeah, hurt themselves. We'll see what happens tonight. I'm going to try not install a little ramp, but if I need to, I will. This is why I put this one slightly lower than the other roosting bar, just to see if they prefer to come up here or come up over there. What I did was I put some screws from the other side. I drilled a hole, made sure it was nice and sturdy, which it is. I've got a little camera here just to see what's going on. I need to put an extra piece of wood here so that they don't scratch out all this nesting stuff, material. I'm trying to use the deep layer method just so that I don't need to clean every single day. I have put a little bar over there because I found that all the wood chips were flying out. If it is not high enough, I will rotate it and on its side. Everything else seems to be pretty kosher. And so yeah, I am really excited that this is working. Last night it rained a lot, and it seemed to be fairly dry in there, so I'm happy. Hopefully the chickens are happy. I got 2 eggs from the white ones last night. This one is very broody. I put her in kind of broody jail over there the whole day yesterday. I think it's broken her broodiness because she has just been running around looking for scraps and food and things like that today. And yeah, she's kind of asserting her dominance. So that's it. Lots of learnings from building your own coop. One is the wood expands and moves, so there are little gaps here and there. You can obviously use some paint and paint over the gaps, or you can use silicone and filler. I use recycled materials, so obviously that plays a part in how good the material is and things like that. There's a difference between hardwood and softwood, so when you use screws that are not built for hardwood, they'll snap. They'll snap into the wood when you try and unscrew it out, and then you've lost that screw forever. So make sure you use these thick, where is it? Let me just try and find one. Yeah, make sure you use these kind of galvanized type of, I don't know what they're called, but these thick screws for your heavy duty stuff. Otherwise, you will lose that screw. I used a whole bunch of nails and screws, depending on what I had available. Screws were easier when there was no hard backing. So for example, if I need to hammer and nail something, it needs to be pretty sturdy. Otherwise, if it's floppy, it's not gonna nail in. So you use the screws for those joints. And that's about it, really. Thanks for tuning in. I know, again, it's a little longer than I normally do. And that's because I just really wanted you all to see my new coop. And over the next couple of weeks, we'll see how it goes and whether it's really, truly waterproof and whether it's standing the test of time. Obviously, I will try and paint some of this stuff. I just, haven't had time. And obviously, I will cut this to size. I haven't had time. And yeah, the reason why I put it on these concrete pavers was to give it a bit of air. Also to get these off the ground, because based on my experience with my fence, when these are touching the ground, they will rot. And these actually previously rotted, and I actually cut them cut the rotted bits off just so that I can reuse this wood. So that's another good learning. And the reason why I also wanted to create this area was because I wanted them to have a really good kind of dust bath area. And so yeah, I might even kind of block off parts of this and start chucking in sand and diatomaceous earth and making it a more permanent area for their dust baths. I think that would be a really good opportunity, yeah, just for them to yeah, enjoy that area. Particularly also it's a good shady area, away from the sun, away from the rain, which is also really important. All right, thank you, and for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos of a Melbourne gardener who is looking to just explore what God's created for us, and learning more about gardening, planting, and raising chickens and keeping chickens. All right, have a great one, guys. See you later.